and making those small adjustments to correct that out. So getting in here, standing, left side barricade or weak side barricade, I'm doing the same thing. Being in here, with the barricade positions, you actually have to be able to pull this thing into your shoulder. So you're leaning into the barricade and you're actually got a pretty good grasp with your strong hand. So stable, and that's the same thing. Getting it to where you get it stable is where you want to be, all right? So strong or weak side, I've been able to have it like this, all right? And pulling this thing in. The problem with the weak side is a lot of people have a hard time getting their left eye to operate because they're right eye dominant, so they get a hard time getting their left eye to operate. If you practice it enough, it's not an issue. If you never practice it and then you try to use it, you're never going to be able to do it, all right? So getting that left eye behind the scope, getting down here. Once you get the gun stable, it winds up being trigger control follow through, and I'm not going to do that because Brian's downrange, right? So getting in here, getting square, getting stable, a little flexing the knees. Barricades that it's too high, and I'm up here on my tippy toes, kind of like my buddy in Iraq, where he's up here on his tippy toes. All right, I can only hold that for a certain amount of time, right? If I don't have another position to go to, then I've got to be able to build that platform and get myself up higher, all right? Slotted stuff, I don't worry about that. So kneeling, going into a good supported kneeling position, same concept. I can support back here, and then the other way to support the gun is to kind of slide the gun forward. And most of the heavier guns, like this gun's too front heavy, right? Because the stock isn't, it's just a plastic stock. There's no rear weight to it. But being able to slide the gun forward and find the balance point, being able to find the balance point of the gun, so the gun's just going to sit here, and all I've got to do is just mount onto the gun, and I don't have to struggle so much to keep the gun in my shoulder. If I'm back here, the theory is that the longer the apex in which I have the gun supported, the less wobble I'm going to get. For me, I like having a gun at that balance point of the rifle and just being able to get onto the gun, or being able to press into a barricade and have good support. So supported kneeling, same thing. A lot of times supported kneeling winds up being one of these things where people get down here and then they get bladed and turned like this. Which way is my body facing?
45.
I'm facing this way at a 45-degree angle. I gotta consciously be able to sit back. If I can sit back on my heel, and if I can even get it further of getting down low enough, as long as my butt is not in contact with the ground, I'm good to go. Getting every elbow that I possibly can supported is going to be a big factor. So if I get both elbows supported, how much more stable am I going to be? Right? So getting a pack or something, a pack or your buddy's knee, your girlfriend's head, whatever you use in the deer stand, all right? You know, you're like, hold on. You gotta take a shot. Take a shot, Daddy. Don't
Slow
bite.
down, damn it!
Don't
I'm gonna
bite.
shoot.
Don't bite.
Whoa.
So this supported kneeling position, getting at least one elbow supported, and I can be tucked in here and be a little awkward, but as long as I'm relaxed and I'm down here and I'm letting the gun do the work for me, I can hold the gun steady. That's all I really need, right? If it's too tight, then I got to go supported, which means my left knee goes down and my right knee comes up, and then I've got to get in here like this and get a supported position, trying to get in here like this. If I can slide it over and pin this thing and make it more stable, that's even better.